Family dinners have always been important, but during this crazy time, they have cemented themselves as the one constant when everything else is flipped on its head. So today, I'm going to be showing you a simple 30-minute, one-pan chicken recipe that is sure to give the whole family something to look forward to. This is chicken Scarpariello. To start this recipe, we're going to roast some garlic. This is really simple to do and it comes out amazing. So we're going to start by cutting off the top of the garlic so that the inside is exposed, and then to that we are going to add some olive oil, salt, pepper, and dried rosemary. And then just fold that into some parchment paper and then aluminum. You could just do foil here, but I have heard that aluminum isn't the healthiest thing to cook in, so I don't take any chances with that kind of stuff. Now we just put that in the oven at 300 degrees and let it cook for at least 25 to 30 minutes while you assemble the rest of the dish. While that's cooking, we're going to start working on our potatoes. You don't have to choose potatoes as your starch. You can also put this dish over pasta and it's plenty delicious. But I typically use these two-color mini potatoes because they're easy to work with, they're really pretty, and they fry up nicely. So just cut those in half, put them in a pot, add your water and salt, and boil them until soft enough to stick a fork in them easily. We don't want them to be fully cooked, but pretty much. So while those potatoes are boiling, you can prep your dredge. I just take some flour and add generous amounts of black pepper, paprika, salt, which I also add to the washed and dried chicken, and some dried oregano. Mix that all together and dip all of your chicken, making sure to get all the cracks and crevices that will be exposed to frying oils. This will make sure that each bite is just as delicious. We use tenders in our recipe, and we usually do just because they're really simple to prep and clean, but you can use whatever you want. Traditionally, this dish is prepared with thighs, so this is your choice. The next step, we are going to get started on our sausage. I used a spicy turkey sausage because it's what I have at the moment and it keeps this dish relatively light, but most of the time I use spicy parsley and cheese sausages from an Italian specialty store or just a regular hot Italian sausage. I take the casing off and break the sausages up, then fry them on high heat with some olive oil until nice and golden brown. Take those out, put them on a bowl to the side, add some more oil to that pan, and fry up your chicken. While the bottom side of the chicken is cooking, I typically add some olive oil to the top and maybe a little lemon just to ensure that the pan is staying moist and that the chicken doesn't get like a dry cook on it. Once both sides are golden brown and crunchy, squeeze a quarter of a lemon over the chicken for added moisture and flavor, then put it on top of the sausage on the side in that bowl and let it rest for a little bit. Now we're going to fry our potatoes in this same pan, adding oil as needed, adding the potatoes. Once those are nice and hot, we add some butter and some chopped rosemary and then stir them all together to get them nice and flavorful. Once those are crispy, we can put them to the side as well, and we're going to get started on our sauce now. First, we have to deglaze the pan, which is just a chefy code word for getting all that nice, tasty flavor off the bottom. To do that, we pour in a healthy glug of white wine and take a soft plastic or rubber spatula and scrape that stuff off while the wine cooks down. Add a little knob of butter to start incorporating some of that creaminess and flavor, and then about 2 cups of chicken broth. And you can just stir this the whole time with a spoon. You don't have to whisk it in or get crazy with it. While that begins reducing at a medium heat, we add the secret ingredient of this dish, some jarred cherry peppers. These are available at most grocery stores, but if you can't find it at your local grocer, check out an Italian specialty store. They should have them there. Many recipes suggest banana peppers or peppadews, but in my opinion, these cherry peppers are the way to go. So I add about 15 to 20 rings in them, and then I pour in like a spoonful of the pickling vinegar from the jar. Granted, my family likes things a little spicier. I have gotten carried away with this pickling vinegar before, and it's just been really, really way too spicy. So just be careful here. If yours doesn't like things hot, you should be extra careful with these things and just taste as you go. Once those peppers are put in, I add in some thyme. Remove leaves from the stem easily by just pulling upward along the plant. Then I add in some chopped rosemary and parsley for even more of that homey herbal flavor. As you can see, the sauce isn't very thick here, but that's okay. We're going to add in our breaded chicken and potatoes and our sausage, and that's going to incorporate even more flavor, and more importantly, it's going to add in some starchiness, which is going to get the sauce to the right consistency. So, just dump in your chicken and sausage, followed by the potatoes, then stir them together until they look nicely mixed. We didn't forget about that beautiful roasted garlic, so take that out of the oven, and damn, that smells good. So to get this out of the bowl is pretty simple. You just squeeze it from the bottom and all the individual pieces shoot out like a tube of toothpaste. Incorporate those into your sauce, let all the flavors get to know each other by simmering at a low heat for an extra 5 to 10 minutes, and then garnish with more chopped rosemary and parsley. Boom! You have a delicious, rustic, and simple dinner for your family quickly and with very few dishes to do afterward. I really hope you make this dish because it is one of my favorites. If you enjoyed this video or intend to make this recipe ever, please give this video a like or subscribe to the channel. I'm pretty new on this YouTube space, and from what I understand, it helps the YouTube robots know that this is a quality video or recipe. So, I hope everyone's staying safe, staying home, and finding their silver lining in awesome food. Now more than ever, it is important. Take care, and see you in the next one.